Welcome everybody. My name is Gary, aka In Gary Trust, and this is another episode of Sneaker Convo, episode 3. And I have a really special guest with me today. We got my homie Prolific.
What's up? Prolific souls on the scene,
bro. When I say this is a special episode, is because I actually always wanted you on my platform in general, but sir. I feel like something like this space was designed for someone like you.
I appreciate that.
And I believe I told you off camera is like why the reasons why I did this second podcast is because of people like you. When I was working at Foot Action, working a very stressful 8-hour shift, but someone like Prolific will come in the shop and we just chop it up about sneakers, not the ones on the wall, just in general, for a good 2 to 3 minutes. Bro, that would make my whole shift.
Oh God.
So I want to make this, the point of this podcast is to feel like those 2 to 3 minutes, but for 45 minutes.
Let's do it. I'm with it.
You should have been. So, tell the people, like, when did the sneakers start to matter for you? When did you get into sneaker culture?
Man, I got into the sneaker culture around my 4th, 5th grade year. I was addicted to shoes then. I remember going to the mall and seeing Jordans lined up on the wall. I want to say it was the Carolina, the Legend Blues, what they want to call it now, the 11s. Yeah, man, those shoes at the time was like glass. It's like looking at the glass slipper on Cinderella. Oh. You had to have that shoe, you know, and I remember I couldn't get it. I couldn't get that one. And my 5th grade year is when the 12s came out.
Which ones?
I want to say it was the white and black pairs.
The taxis, wow.
Yes, well, back in the days, we didn't have names.
You didn't have
so
names. You just had the home colorway.
The home colorway, OGs, you know, and I still get caught up in that a lot of the times now where I'm like, bro, just give me the white and black 12s or give me the black and whites. Now people correlate shoes with things Jordan did back then, and it's understandable. So, you know, it was really the 11s that probably got me into shoes.
That's dope,
Jordan
man.
11s.
Bro, I know this is going to be a really good episode, but first we got to get into the fit check. I can go first if I want to get into it. I have on I guess you can say this is the Archive Diamond Supply t-shirt, throwback, the Cassie joint. Nice. Diamond Supply t-shirt. I believe I bought it in 2010, 2011. That was when Diamond Supply was having a good run, dropping back to back dope content every freaking day. And I have vintage Tommy Hilfiger pants I thrifted for about $10, which is very expensive for a thrift store in 2022 last year.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the Central Apple Watch, the Central chains, and I have to obviously finish strong with one of my favorite Air Max of all time. Yes, I've said it. This is the Atmos Air Max 1 elephant print, and this is actually the special pair with the Jordan logo on the bottom. If you guys can pick that up, yeah, man. I wanted to give a big shout out to the homie Preston. He hooked me up with these.
That's my cousin.
Really?
Preston is my cousin. I bought his Safari 3 pairs. So I got the other pair out of that. That's the 11 and a half.
That's crazy.
Is that the 11 and a half?
No. This is the 10 and a half.
Bro, let me tell you.
I know he had a couple pairs. Preston is one of them.
6 pairs. He has 6 boxes. Yeah.
Bro. So look, please tell the people, let's break down your fit.
Okay. I got a filthy hat on. Everything's filthy with me. Filthy. I want to say this is his 2021 release.
Good colorway.
Filthy. I'm wearing Ralph Lauren utility camo pants from 2021, and of course the Zion Voodoos.
Bro,
had to bring them out.
You know what's so crazy? A lot of people, some people were talking shit, but now they go for like over $300 now, $350. But the funny thing is, if that said Cactus Jack, out of here.
Easily 1,100, 1,500, maybe even 2 bands.
Probably. It's a really dope looking shoe. Like at first glance, you think it's a Travis Scott sneaker.
Most definitely. And I'm not gonna lie, the craftsmanship on this shoe is pretty nice. They didn't take no halfway steps with this shoe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, and jewelry from Joseph the Jeweler.
Hey, all right. I got to get my diamonds up because I was born in April and I have no diamonds and I worked in a jewelry store. So
it
makes no sense,
bro. Exactly. That's ironic right there, but you know it happens.
Getting to some sneaker news. I don't know if you heard the Satin Bread 1 is apparently making a comeback.
Oh yeah,
this
most
holidays.
Definitely.
but unfortunately, it's going to be a woman's exclusive. Well, shouts out to the woman who's able to buy a pair.
Yeah,
But
most
do you
definitely.
think like that shoe is going to be in extended sizing possibly? How do you feel about the shoe coming out?
I actually like the shoe. I want the shoe myself. So yes, I'm hoping extended sizes come out. It's probably a little too early for the re-release though.
Yeah,
Like
I was thinking that too.
I feel like they should have gave it a little bit more time because you just dropped the Chicago's. You just dropped those 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe. And it's just like sometimes you got to give it some time. Let us miss the shoe.
Yeah,
I don't want to feel like I just seen this shoe drop. Like when I seen them drop the Saturns, I'm like, what, they doing a restock?
yeah, I'm convinced they just have pairs sitting at the freaking
That's all it
headquarters
is,
at this
bro.
point.
That's all it is.
I mean, we're gonna slap women's release on it.
Let's slap a women's release on it. Let's just say it's women's now, and we're gonna cut the sizing. We ain't gonna do extended sizes. I promise you, they don't do extended sizes.
There's a good chance. Like how I feel about the sneaker is, I think the sneaker has always been cool. I always looked at it as like that collector's piece.
Yeah.
That people say, oh, this shoe goes for $3 to $4 grand. A lot of people don't have it, but I don't know if you guys seen how those satin sneakers look when you wear them, bro. Them creases are disgusting to look
Horrible.
at.
Horrible. Like what was it? I want to say it was there was another pair of ones. The Ali, what's her name?
The Aleli May.
Aleli May.
I'm not gonna lie, I did like how those came out with the little Sherpa on
Oh
the.
no, I
on the
love the
swooshes.
shoe, but once you start wearing it, those creases.
That toe crease be disgusting.
It's too deep for me. I don't mind creases at all. Give me the crease, please. I will take some Jordan 1s with creases.
Leather, please.
Please, leather. And I would love the creases, but do not give me a satin shoe, and it deep creases like that. We should have better structure in that toe box.
Exactly.
Like, I don't mind having a hard toe box with a satin layer over it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it, but it's just like it's aesthetically not pleasing. To me.
It's not, but
No pun
man.
intended.
But yeah.
Another shoe that's coming out apparently this holiday season is the Air Jordan 3 Fear from the Fear Pack.
Love him.
Okay, so my opinion on that shoe, I never cared about the Fear Pack. And I don't know if it's just me.
Me either.
I never I think Instagram revived that whole pack. I don't know if it's really just they care about the Jordan 4. But when it comes to like the 3s and the 4s, it's always, even when like, I think, what did they come out, like 2011, 2012, 13, around that time? That time was such a blur.
Yeah.
Ever
So much stuff was coming out. Collabs, double shoes, packs.
You should like, especially that's when Nike basketball started to really become a thing.
Yes, sir.
So like that time frame was like kind of a blur, and that shoe kind of did it only release in like one of those like not a tier 0, but those those exclusive like House of Hoops like
To be honest with you, with that shoe, that's a point we was gonna talk about. But with those shoes at that time, I was not into Jordans.
Really?
I just was not wearing Jordans. I was wearing foam posits. I was wearing hyper dunks.
That's when Nike basketball was
Nike
like, going
basketball.
crazy.
Everything was Nike Kobe's. I was wearing Kevin Durant's.
Oh, the KD4 is obviously
Yeah.
timeless.
So to me, Jordan kind of like lost me for a minute. And like with the Fear Pack, I love the shoes, but I was not hung up on the shoes. So it wasn't like I was like going crazy to go get the Fear Pack. Like it wasn't. It was a black and white shoe, but I do like the 3s though.
I hear you. If anything, if I'm gonna give any credit to like why that pack is even relevant, I might even give it to round 2 because like round 2 they made the Jordan 4 like some people's grails.
Yes, sir. But round 2 did that with a lot of shoes that
With a
people
lot of
don't-
sneakers.
Like they don't get the credit they get in this resale.
Oh, bro, I give round 2 the credit for even making the Fragment Jordan 1 like a fab.
Say that. You get what I'm saying?
There was a point where like I believe it was either the Cali or New York store where like damn near every employee had a pair.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like I knew nothing about the frags until I seen people at round 2 wearing them. I'm like, what are those?
You should. They look like some regular Jordan 1s to me, but
Frags.
now they like $4 or $5 grand dead stock.
And I would never. It's
Yeah, they're
like,
not getting me. I'm sorry.
Come on, bro.
You can't get me on that.
It's
one.
some shoes I'm willing to pay $5,000 for, but not that one. Just won't get me.
And like one shoe that's definitely apparently it's like a lot of sneaker media has been like freaking talking about this shoe nonstop. I don't know if it's good marketing. LeBron recently wore it. It's the Air Force One Tiffany collab. That one is actually scheduled to release the 7th of March. So this is being recorded like a different time, but like LeBron recently just wore it at one of the games.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna lie, really good fit, really good
That jacket.
That jacket was. I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather the jacket than the shoes. That jacket was.
Give me the jacket.
That jacket was.
But the jacket's gonna go just as much as the shoes, so be ready.
Exactly. So my thoughts on this shoe is like, it's a really cool sneaker. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look $400 worth, in my opinion. I think it's really just like the name that's really selling the sneaker.
Most definitely.
But like, it's a cool shoe. Like me and my friends, we kind of had like a joke about it. Like, yo, Gary, that shoe is fire. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, they look a little uncle-ish to me. Like, cause yeah, I remember I overworked that foot action. That just looks like they do like, yo, I'm gonna need the t-shirt, socks,
the whole shebang, the mannequin fit.
And of course, like the very long cargo short with the dangles.
drop me the mannequin fit. That's what
exactly.
It is. But
so what's your take on this shoe?
I'm not gonna lie, I love that shoe.
It's okay.
It's not even just about the name on it. I just like the way they crafted that shoe. It looks like real good suede on that shoe. The Nike check leather looks like it's, oh my God, toe buck. Oh, it's crazy. Got me stumbling over my words. I really want that shoe. Have you seen the accessories with it?
Because of a toothbrush, I believe.
No, you get a whistle. Yeah, man.
I did not know this.
You get a whistle. You get like 3 or 4 different shoestrings. I think it come with yellow.
I know that packaging is a little bit different too.
Yeah, the packaging gonna be crazy. And then I like the silver accents on it.
No, don't get me wrong. It's a really good sneaker. It's just like, I guess I've been getting killed for this recently, but I haven't been the biggest Air Force One guy. I just feel like that shoe.
Forces, though.
I just feel like that shoe doesn't look great on me, in my opinion.
The Forces. Yeah, and they're heavy.
A little heavy.
Yeah.
And but I've been like getting called like, bro, but Gary, if it's not a Travis Scott, you're not gonna care about it, because I did own the sale Travis Scott at one point,
okay.
Which I don't even own anymore.
Let it go. You let it go.
Yeah, and speaking of like one shoe, we're talking about the Air Force One Tiffany, and I actually brought one personal sneaker from my collection. These two are prolifics, but this one right here, I actually had this in the whip, and he told me to actually like take these out and talk about them. I'm gonna let you open it up right there.
Yes, sir.
I just want to tell y'all, like, the colorway, when it comes to anything Tiffany, I'm thinking about this sneaker right here. Not to brag or anything.
No, this sneaker right here is like all-time greats right here.
And you see I baby the fuck out that shit.
But you know what? Like I said, I'll take the creases. I could take creases like this. This is not bad.
That's character right there.
Yeah, it brings flavor to the shoe. It brings a different type of demographic to the shoe. And people be like, "Oh, I want no creases. Wear your shoes."
I compare creases like that, like on a dunk like that and an Air Jordan 1. I compare it to like when like a woman has a baby and it's like she has stretch marks.
Ooh, give me the stretch marks, baby.
Hey, I ain't mad at it.
Give me the stretch marks. I like the way you put that. That was perfect. Because my thing is, I don't see myself putting nothing in my shoe to stop a crease and have to walk weird around places so I don't crease my shoes. I'm gonna walk like me. We gonna step. You know what I mean?
Don't worry. I used to walk like that in high school, like kind of like duck feet, looking at the floor.
I see kids do it now, and I'm like, bruh, you're not gonna have those shoes forever.
Yeah, you're gonna grow out of them eventually.
You need to be rocking them hard. Yeah. Me, okay, I could probably do that. You could probably do that. You're not going anywhere anymore, so your feet's not growing anymore.
You should.
Yeah, this is a lovely shoe, bro.
Yeah, man.
You did your thing with that one.
It's definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's one of the best SBs in that era, and Diamond made a statement with that shoe.
For real. So to let people know, this is actually not a full-blown Tiffany collab. This is more of like a Diamond Supply and Nike release with Sir Nick Diamond. But yeah, every time I think of like Tiffany colorway, I think of this shoe and this shoe right here, the Atmos. So how do you feel about the Nike SB and the Air Jordan 4 silhouette even like collaborating?
To me, it's just a regular Jordan 4.
Yeah.
But I love the shoe. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's just a regular Jordan 4, but I love the concept. Because I see skateboarders all the time wearing Jordans. I see skateboarders all the time wearing Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s now. As far as the construction of the shoe, I want to know, are they going to pad it like a SB? Or are they going to keep it? Because 4s already hurt your feet, though.
That is true. Fours, especially the. Don't even get me started on the bread four that came out in 2019.
Yeah.
This quality was so
Trash.
And I own the shoe.
But it's say it. That's what Nike and these other sneaker heads need to hear. Like everybody swear just because the shoe come out, it's a retro and it's a shoe color that you wanted. Maybe we wanted that colorway for so long. They still make these shoes horrible when they drop them, bro.
Yeah,
like
well, I know that like they're doing like kind of like weird marketing. They have like Paul Rodriguez like working out in the shoe. I know there's a rumor that there's an all black pair supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
Because that pine green one, I'm not gonna lie, ain't really looking like it for me.
Yeah.
Because how I feel about this collab is like I kind of look at it as like having two of my favorite foods, eating them at the same time.
Yep.
Like I love Chinese food and I love oxtail rice and peas. I don't want to eat them together.
Yeah. That don't sound appeasing right there.
Exactly.
Now,
I love the foods, but I don't want to eat them together.
Yeah. That's understandable. But what really got the hype for me was when I first heard about it from the source, it was supposed to be the bread color first, supposedly.
See, that'd be interesting.
To build the hype up, you got to bring out other colorways, So I understand what they doing with the white and green pair. I'm gonna get a pair. I'm gonna have a pair, but I really thought they was gonna come out with the black, white, and red ones first. The breads.
But then again, I feel like Nike's kind of like they're teasing us a little bit because we were supposed to get an off-white bread for, but that's possibly not really
Never gonna happen.
Yeah, so we just have to settle for some uncomfortable general releases for now.
Yeah, so that's why I want to make sure I get that white and green pair, like just in case they don't come out with another one, just like how they did with the Jordan 1 collab, the LA to Chicago and the New York to Paris. I would have thought they would have kept going with that line, and they didn't. They just stopped at LA to Chicago's.
I actually do like that shoe though.
Oh, I love that shoe.
Because like with that sneaker, it's like, how can I put it? It's an Air Jordan 1 and a Nike Dunk is kind of like it's pretty much related.
Yep.
The midsole is almost the same.
Yes, sir.
The structure is almost the same, and you're probably gonna wear the same fit with both silhouettes.
You could. You definitely could.
So I actually want to get in. You brought in two sneakers yourself. So please get into like this is actually like a segment I guess I'm kind of gonna cement in this show is that I want my guests to bring in like a sneaker or two to talk about it, sneakers that mean a lot to them, or even they're just conversation starters.
Yeah. This shoe right here is a conversation piece for sure. One of my favorite SBs that they've dropped maybe in the last 6-7 years, maybe even longer than that. Yeah, this is a shoe right here, man.
Let me see your foot.
I like this velvet toe box, this crushed velvet toe box, and how they brought up the crushed velvet Nike check. It's just crazy. And the concept to this shoe, the craftsmanship on this shoe, they took their time with this shoe. And quality control was actually great on this shoe.
Really?
Yeah, like it's a lot of SBs I got in my closet that some of them I don't wear because the quality control. Stitching, you can see the stitching all out of it, but this shoe was perfectly made. Strange Love, they did their thing with this one.
You see, with this sneaker, I'm not gonna lie, I was hating on this sneaker very hard when it first came out.
Yeah.
Because I got into sneakers 2011. So
Okay.
when I saw a sneaker that looked like this, not saying it's an ugly sneaker,
Yeah.
but when I saw a shoe that looks like this in 2011 and 2012, this is a $100 shoe.
$100 shoe.
This is a $100
Almost
shoe.
definitely, but the hype behind shoes right now.
Especially these came out Travis Scott era.
This came out like 2 weeks before Travis Scott's.
And for some reason, like I saw the lines and I'm like,
See, me, I love pink though. Like I love to wear pink. And when I seen this shoe, I'm like, the color contrast was just crazy. Pink and red, the crushed velvet, the bottom soles. I was like, this is a must have. I damn near was gonna skip over the Travises for these.
Ooh.
Like I told my dude, if I had to pick one or the other, I wanted these. And he's like, oh, well, you're gonna have to put a raffle in for these, but the Travis Scotts I can let you get.
oh man, good friend.
So, it was love. It was love on these.
No pun intended.
Yeah. No pun intended. But I love this shoe though. It's a great shoe.
Oh, you can just put that on top of the box.
Got you.
And get into this sneaker now.
You open that one up.
Really?
Yeah, I'll let you do the honors. That's a nice one.
All right, so the Air Jordan 5 Off-White.
Yes, sir.
This is technically this is the fire red colorway they call it. or is this the? It's not the. What's the official name for it?
Man, I get so many different colorways for that shoe. I just call it the ivories. This ivory, cream, off-white.
It's the first time I actually held this both of these sneakers in hand.
Oh, yeah, for real?
Yeah.
I actually won those from Miami. The off-white store in Miami.
Man, every time like I see like a shoe like this, I just think like, bro, Virgil was different. Like, how do you even like imagine to make a sneaker like this?
So
why does this shoe mean like something to you?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, because I feel like that shoe right there, like me and my cousin Preston would always say, that's a futuristic shoe. It's a shoe inside out, but it still look like the regular shoe. You get what I'm saying? Like, if a shoe was to get flipped inside out right now, that's how you would think it would look.
Pretty much.
But at the end of the day, it looks so wholesome, like a real shoe. And that's probably the first off-white shoe I liked.
Really?
The ones was okay to me. It grew on to me over time because I didn't understand off-white. I did not understand the brand.
Why are they putting zip ties on a shoe?
I was just like, why is they doing all this extra stuff? It's a Jordan 1. It's perfect how it is. But then it's the shoe you thought, like, it's the shoe you didn't know you needed. So to me now, the off-white Chicago 1s, the Carolinas, I love them. But at first, I did not get the shoe. I did not get the brand. Because it just popped up out of nowhere, off-white. I'm like, who is this? Then I did the backstory on him. Then I learned who he was. And
the story matters with sneakers.
It really do, though.
It generally does.
It really do. It really do. It really do. And once I learned the story behind that shoe, and then I saw that one, the black ones, the Muslims, I think they call them. All right, they cool. But that one right there is like, I don't even want to wear that shoe. I think I wore them twice.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, it's a game changer for sure. And it brings so much flavor. Like, I can see Will Smith wearing those in Fresh Prince back in the days.
That's a fact. Yeah.
That shoe itself, this particular one.
I love how they did the outsole, kind of the already pre-aged yellow outsole.
Looks great
even on the eyelids, because back in the day, like, we were like, oh, them sneakers is yellow, them shits is done. I don't want to wear them. But
I don't want no oxidized shoes.
Exactly.
Like, I remember when 11s came out, and I would wear my 11s, the white and patent leather ones, the white and black ones, when they retro. Because I didn't have them when they first came out, but when they retro, when I was in high school, I got a pair. I'm like, I don't want these no more. They're yellow at the bottom. But now I'll take a yellow pair. Give me a pair of yellow.
You know, I have a hot take. Like, if they ever had to make a reimagined Jordan 11, I think the Columbia would be the right one.
Yes.
Because, like, as far as I've been alive, I've only seen, besides the Legend Blue, which is kind of a doozy, in my opinion, I only seen, like, the actual 96 Columbia. I've only seen the midsole yellow and the outsole a little bit yellow. No matter how clean it is, no matter how pristine you keep them, that midsole, that patent leather was always yellowed.
Exactly. And that I like that better. Like when I think it was like 2016, I was looking for that pair. I want that pair, but they'll fall apart. So it's like you can't even wear it. I'm not the type of guy to buy a shoe and just let it sit in my closet.
I hear you.
I want to wear my shoes, even if they're old. So yeah, I think that white and Carolina blue pair would be great to reimagine. Yeah, and make sure the patent leather is a little off-whitish too.
Oh yeah, of course. And if Nike, if you hear this, send us a pair.
I'll take a pair, please.
Exactly. Another reason why me and you got cool is because I realized that you always had a strong love for Dunks and Nike SBs before even like the reimagined hype came.
Yes,
before
sir.
Travis Scott started wearing pairs. You and your homies always had a strong love for Nike SB.
Most definitely.
Did you want to shout out the homies I always see with that have like a strong love for SB?
Oh yeah, man. You know my boy Ace, my boy Marvel, my boy Linton, and my cousin Preston. We love us some SBs.
Of course, man. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, Linton. I'd be so jealous of. I gotta get Linton on the show, man. I gotta block him off Facebook, bro. Every Saturday morning he be pissing me off.
Yeah. Linton go crazy, man. Linton got some stuff hidden in that thing. He got some gems, bro.
Oh, so I seen the pictures.
Yeah. But another person who got a crazy collection that they don't show is Marvel and Ace too.
Marvel and Ace.
Oh my God, these guys got some stuff in those closets.
And what I like about you and your homies is that it's not just about sneakers. Y'all just generally love being fly.
Oh yeah, all day, every day. We go to the grocery store, we got to put something on.
Of course, you don't know what you're gonna run into.
Yeah, you never know, and that's crazy. When I was a kid, that's what made me get dressed up like that. My grandma used to tell me that all the time. Stay dressed because you never know who you're gonna run into. First impressions is everything. So, I try to keep that in mind and that spirit going.
Okay. So like when I mentioned you always had a pair of SBs, so I really want to ask you, what does Nike SB mean to you? What does the SB culture mean to you, Prolific?
Oh man, it means a lot because that was probably the first shoe I started buying that got me out of my comfort zone of wearing the same color stuff all the time. Like before Nike SB, I'll throw a white t-shirt on, blue jeans, and any shoe. Nike SB with the color contrast they came out, the colorways they would bring out. I'm like, my God, you can't just dress plain with this.
Nah.
And
You can't wear that gas station tee with this shoe.
you can't wear no gas station tees with these shoes. You really got to go get fitted. And it's not like I can go into the store and find a fit on the mannequin.
Facts.
You really got a piece of outfit
Yeah,
together.
you actually have to think to
Yes.
actually wear something with this shoe.
I used to go into Zoomies. I used to be up in
man.
Zoomies back in the days getting DGK crazy with SBs. Like,
Yeah, but do you ever get them looks, especially when it's like, especially in Zoomies, like early 2010s?
Yeah.
They weren't really expecting like black kids to really like, or black people just to walk in them stores because
yeah.
ever since like the those jerking days
Yep.
when like black people started to like, get more into color again.
Yep.
They were like, oh sure, you one of them little dancer dudes? Like, nah, bro, I just got
just like
these
to get fit.
I just like to get fitted.
Yeah.
And like because of SBs, because of like we would go into like Zoomies,
Yep.
we would go into PacSun,
Yep.
sometimes even Hot Topic.
Yep.
And there was another store too, like Shred Shed.
Shred Shed. So, I lived in California around that era when SBs came
Oh,
out.
prime time. Of,
I
like,
was in
around that.
PLA. PLA was my skate shop I would go to get my shoes. And that was where I learned, okay, yeah.
That was the swag era.
you got to have swag. So when I would go to these stores, I'm going in there thinking I'm gonna see red, black, and white shoes like Jordans. And I'm like, no, this is orange, green, and khaki colored. Oh, snap, I really gotta go put something together with this. That was the Eries. That probably was my first fond SB that I could really remember going to a store and camping out for. And I'm like, I really gotta put something on with this. You know what I mean? So I feel like SB really brought me out to dressing. Getting dressed, learning how to dress. Instead of just coming out and saying, let me put on this white t-shirt, blue jeans, and white and fire red Jordans. Like, I got tired of that. It was just old to me.
I can definitely agree to that because like what the person who really got me into like caring about my outfits was like my homie Andrew, and he was a skateboarder. That was the first time I known a sneakerhead that actually skateboarded.
Yeah.
Because like when it comes to like SB culture, I kind of got a weird vibe every time I would go into a skate shop because I just feel like they looked at me and kind of judged me.
Because
like,
you wasn't a skater.
Because I wasn't a skater. Like when I walked into Supreme, it kind of felt kind of weird when I went to the one in the Lafayette, the original Supreme store.
Yeah.
Like that was around that was what 2012. Prime time with Supreme is fucking booming.
Yeah, they the shit then.
So like literally they looking at me as like, oh, this fucking hype beast kid just want a box logo.
And it's like, ain't no hype beast. I like this stuff. I want to wear it. You may not see my face in here, or I may not meet your expectations as a skateboarder, but I love your culture.
And yeah, and what I like about like when I see you and your homies, like you be going to like the sneaker releases at like Postmodern.
Yep.
It's like I ain't gonna lie, like I don't really go to Postmodern like that. Cause like when I walk into Postmodern, I kind of feel like, damn, do I belong here?
But if you meet the owner of it, bro, he's a down to earth guy. Like he's from around the way. You feel me? He grew up in Philly, in New York with the Stevie Williams and all them. So he know those guys. You feel me? And like he's more about the culture, but bringing the culture with street together. So he's a skateboarder, but he liked the fact that people that respect the culture of skateboarding buys these shoes. Because if you think about it, bro, I really never see skateboarders wearing SBs.
Yeah, because they usually wear like Vans or they'll probably wear like Gazelles.
Yeah, but even when SBs were being like back in the days, they would wear them because they were the only ones in the skate shop. The skate shop would give them the shoes; they can buy them. But then
back then, Pro Bs or
the Pro Bs,
the Dunk Pro or something.
The Dunk
like that?
Pros. That was before SB. Before SB even became, so you got people that got 2,000 Pro Bs and stuff like that, which is understandable. But most of the people who have these shoes are not skateboarders. Most of the people who was going to get these shoes were not skateboarders.
Yeah.
So for a minute, it was a crazy time when they started coming back out. People would be like, "Oh, well, you're not leaving any for real skateboarders." It's like, well, where were y'all when these stuff was sitting on the shelves?
Exactly.
Like, I remember walking into the store and getting Newcastles right off the wall.
Oh my God, bro. One sneaker that literally made me sick. There was one, I think it wasn't the Mosquito. It was one sneaker that I saw like all the freaking time, and it was going for like 30. You couldn't pay someone to buy the sneaker. You couldn't give it away for free. Now I saw that shoe go for like $400.
Is that the Halloween color looking one?
It wasn't the Halloween one. It was a SB that literally there was so many. Okay, it was what is that SB that's gray and has like the sesame as instead of an elephant print? It's a gray. It's like electric green, and it has like a sesame print on like the elephant print.
Those are the loon.
The lunar lunars.
Yeah.
Bro, that shoe would go for $30 at shoe events back in the day. Now I've seen that shoe go for $400, and I'm like,
So I'm going
what
for
the hell?
900. I think in my size it's going for a little more.
Bro, bro, 2012, 2011, you couldn't give away that sneaker.
Bro, like I told you, when I first moved back home from California, I was getting SBs for $70. The Hawaiis and all these SBs for $70.
You know, it's crazy you said Hawaii. That was the first SB I ever bought for $40 with the box.
You get what I'm saying?
Bro.
I had everything.
Bro, did you go to the first Got Soul event?
Nah.
So like Got Soul, that was like it's a Facebook group, but they had like this is when they used to have like big like sneaker events. It was at Renegades up in like West Palm.
Okay.
Like redneck ass bar.
Yeah.
But like they had the event there, and my first pickups, I think I spent like $80. I bought the Hawaii SBs and I bought the brown SB Golfs.
What?
Bro, with the fences.
I had those for retail back in the days.
I bought that shoe for probably like $30. Now that shoe goes for $1,000.
Yeah, I had the white and blue ones and I had the brown ones.
Bro, that white and blue one is so
I used to call the brown ones the Payne Stewarts. The golf dude from back in the days that passed away. Yeah, I used to call them that back in the days. I was like, bro, these is crazy. I would tuck my pants in my socks.
Bro, what I love about SB is that like every sneaker you can see the craftsmanship and you can see the story. It makes sense.
It makes sense.
And I just love the fact that like, and even the names are cool. You got the Mork and Mindy's, you got the Tiffany's, you got the Hawaii.
Puff and Stuff was my favorite.
Puff and Stuff. You got the 420 sneakers.
I love, and that's another thing I like about Nike SB. They're not scared to touch on different things. Like
they break boundaries for sure.
They break boundaries, and I feel like Nike with Jordan, they just stay in the same little bubble.
Just colorways. They try their best to sell a story, but it's just not believable.
But then when they put colors on some Jordans, they put it on the wrong shoe with the wrong colors, and it's like I didn't want that. Like those 7s they just brought out.
Exactly.
That
like
brown and purple color. Like who wants those?
Like I'm not a fan of like with Nike. I understand the Nike Dunk is probably the best silhouette right now out of their catalog, but it's like or the best seller. But you gotta remember, like, we need that fat tongue, bro. I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna say this:
we need the fat tongue.
They don't bring it out with great quality leather.
That's
like
also good.
Those shoes are horribly made. Nike Dunks are horribly made, unless it's the suede pairs, like the Ugly Duckling pack.
Really?
Like all the Ugly Ducklings, best shoe that they've dropped in years with Dunks. Nike SBs is what we need. Like you say, that fat tongue. Even though I'll take a Nike SB without the fat tongue. Like the Huffs that they just dropped. Incredible shoe. I was going to bring that shoe. And the Zebra quarter snacks. They have thin tongues. But the shoe is immaculate. I love the shoe. Like they put that shoe together perfectly. You know what I mean? So it all depends. But yeah, Nike Dunks are horrible to me.
So the last question I have for you is that how do you feel about sneaker culture today?
Sneaker culture today, it's very in a disarray. I'm going to say that because right now you don't have too many real sneakerheads. And the ones who are sneakerheads, they're getting looked over. They don't get what they really want.
Yeah.
It's hard to touch shoes these days that you really want. The resale game has taken over, and eventually it's going to be more resale stores than retail stores.
I think that's already started to happen.
Yeah.
Because like Foot Action, they closed as a whole like company. Foot Action closed, and to be honest, like I think I said on my one of my episodes is that like the really only like sneaker stores that people really think of is Foot Locker.
Yeah.
Because like with all these consignment shops, it's like, what's the point of going to Foot Action if like, hey man, I can get a whole fit at this resale shop. Just gotta pay a couple extra dollars, but I'm paying for my convenience because I don't have to bounce around different stores.
Conveniency is what's making these resale stores last so long. But resale is about to plummet.
And that's another like thing I was thinking about too. I feel like a lot of resales. I think 2023 is going to be the year where it's like if you feel like your consignment shop is good as like an actual like store, this is the year that's going to tell you because of all these sneakers like going down in price. I don't feel like a lot of these stores is going to last because you got to think about it. And another podcast talked about it. I don't think that stores that do buy, sell, and trade, you can't do buy, sell, and trade and consignment. It's not going to work.
It don't work because I walked into Laced in Miami for the first time the other day, and that's all they do is consignment.
Wait, there's a Laced in Miami?
Yes.
They have one in Palm Beach Lakes.
Where Round 2 used to be at.
Really?
Yes. Me and my homeboy Ace went there thinking it was Round 2, and it was Laced, and all they do is consignment. So if you don't sell, where's your money? And true. I'm walking into these stores, and I'm seeing everybody with the same thing. Nobody has anything different. Even Daily now. Like, Daily used to be the go-to. And Daily, you walk in there and you see the same thing you see in Relux. You see the same thing you see in probably, I don't even really know these resale stores.
Yeah, there's so many of them.
But my main store was Relux at one time. And I'm like, I'm tired of paying all this money for shoes. And I can't go and get the shoe I really want, though. Like, I can't go in there and say, hey, bro, look, I want this shoe. And it's in there. No, you're getting the shoes that's coming out every Saturday.
Yeah, I would say like as far as like breaking down like the consignment shops in Palm Beach, I would say like Headache has like I feel like they have like the culture unlocked. Relux, they have like the best business model. It's strictly business every time I usually go in there. Even they have great customer service, of course, but it's really straight business. Then you have like Cold Shoulder Kicks. It's really more convenience because that's right by my job.
See, I've never been to Cold Shoulders. I love Headache though. That's my store.
Headache's dope.
Headache's my store.
But like one sneaker shop that's been getting some heat is Impossible Kicks in Gardens. Because I don't know if you've seen that TikTok of like someone posted their prices in the store.
It's retarded. I'll never go to Impossible Kicks. Relux and Headache. Those are my two stores of choice if I want to go buy something for resale. But it's getting diluted, bro. It's too many stores. If you're not, I'm going to say this. If you're not a Private Selection, Flight Club, 2J Kicks, Urban Necessities, those type of stores, you're going to go under. Because where's your money coming from if everybody has the same thing? And if I can get my shoe on a Saturday, you can get yours on a Saturday now, why would I go to you?
Damn, I think that's a crazy way to end right there.
Like, why would I go to you? Everybody can get these shoes now. So,
damn, bro, I wish I could freaking talk here for hours, but we definitely got to wrap up. Bro, where can the people find you at, man?
Oh, man, you can find me on IG, Prolific Souls, and on Facebook, Fast Lane Hove. That's me, man.
All right, man. Shoot. Well, as you guys see, this has been another episode of Sneaker Convo. I am your host with the most, Gary, a.k.a. In Gary We Trust. I will see you guys on the next episode. And, and we are out.
Yes, sir.
Later.